Hello, hello. Welcome to the C4 movement. I am the XD. I want to talk about something that I really came across just a few minutes ago. Had a conversation with someone concerning deceased YouTuber Kevin Samuels. Salute to Kevin Samuels. This man, while he walked this earth, had conversations that were needed to be had concerning men and women and how we needed to get a proper understanding of one another, men being in their positions, women in their positions. One thing that I'm seeing that he did was he was very direct. And most of the women I talk to, they are all saying the same thing. And that thing that they are saying is he was right, but it's how he said it. And let me repeat that. He was right, but it was how he said it. Now, we know Kevin Samuels, if you watch his shows, you've seen clips, he's going in. But he does say one thing, and this is coming from someone who watched not just a clip, but the hour 2 hour show. Because if you remember, Kevin Samuels took off during COVID. So we weren't going to work. We were in the house and we had time to just sit there and watch a live show. Check out the intermission he had for the Money World song and everything. But when you watched his show, the man was direct and he was mostly nice. It wasn't until women became disrespectful to him that you were then see him going in on someone. Now, my thing is this. If this man is giving you information that is right, this information that can basically help you in your journey into finding your person as far as dating and then marriage. And that's one thing I do salute him on. He didn't recognize relationships. His main goal was marriages. His main goal was a man and woman getting married, becoming one, having families, having successful families, and growing. So I salute him for that. But if we are going to be serious about it, why does the tone bother people so much? Because I seen his videos when he talked to men and he went in on men to the point I'm shocked that he was even able to take the turn in talking to women without somebody doing something crazy to him because he went in on men. But if you watch the videos that he goes in on men, the men take it. Okay, I get where you're coming from. All right. Yeah. They didn't cry about it. And that's the problem that we have in today's world is that everybody wants somebody to talk to them in such a nice, pleasant way. No, it's the reason why we have so many problems that we have within our communities because nobody's able to tell the hard nosed truth without worrying about offending someone. No, you need that truth. You need someone to tell you what it is instead of what you think. You need someone to come to where you are and give you the information that can help you, regardless of it being nice, regardless of it being mean. You need this information. One of the things that really bother a lot of people when I go through and check out some of his clips is the women who are single mothers. And the XD, I grew up in a single mother household, and it was hard. But the thing I don't understand is that growing up a single parent household, becoming an adult, having children of my own, I've been divorced now, and I have custody of. Well, I have 3 kids. Two are over the age of 18, so they're adults doing their thing. I have one more, age of 16, and I'm taking care of him, and I'm doing everything by myself. It's a challenge. So I don't understand, turning it back to the women, with so much birth control, why are we still in the era with all this information out here? We're still in the era where women are having children without marriage, being married. Now, there is a difference, and Gavin Samuel spoke on this. There's a difference between a woman who's married and either the husband dies or and she becomes divorced. If she didn't file for divorce, but we know within this country, I believe the number is 80% of women file for divorce these days. That's why so many people are hesitant to go down that aisle, go down that route. But why are women having sex with having sex and then they're having babies, regardless of the man is going to be there or not? That's one question that you ask and that women can't answer. They will say because, oh, they wanted their baby. But you're bringing that child into a life of confusion, hurt, because take it as a man. I'm a man and I have children. There's a lot to go with raising children. There's a lot to go with being a parent that people aren't giving us the information on. And when we get into this role, you find out how challenging it has to be. And it can be very challenging to the point of stress. There was a case a couple years back where a mother ended her life and I believe her children's lives as well because she just couldn't do it. She just couldn't handle the responsibility of caring for these kids, not being able to have her own individual life. Because there are certain things that happen when you have children. And one of the things that happens is once you have children and you don't have that family backing, it's going to be hard for you to find a babysitter for you to do anything. It's going to be hard for you to find another relationship because most people don't want to get involved with someone who has children because they don't want to deal with the opposite parent and they don't want to come into a situation where the children can disrespect them and they don't want to be used. That's just the facts. And that can be hard to hear. That can be hard to take in because it make someone feel like since I had this child and I'm not with their father, then I'm just going to be destined to be alone. And that could potentially be an outcome. And what happens is, and usually in these situations, and just being real, most men, you it's easy to look at these single mothers as just free time because a man knows with all that you're dealing with being a single parent, with all that you're going through, trying to go to work, trying to take care of your kids, dealing with things at work, dealing with bills, dealing with every unknown obstacle that comes into your life. You're stressing out. So you need some type of break. You need some type of escape from that. So all I got to do is come into your life and give you a couple of good words and give you a little access to some peace. And now you're going to be able, you're going to give me you. You're going to allow your peace and relaxation to come from me. And that's how most men take advantage of women with children because they're looking for some type of outlet that's just for them because they have to give so much of themselves to their children and to the responsibility of taking care of the children. That's why marry before you carry. That's why marry before you carry. Put us men in a position to be the leader that a family would need versus just giving us box, just giving us your body, just giving us access, just giving us the blessing of having a child. And most of the time, We're giving that blessing of a child and we're not ready for it. We are not prepared for the responsibility that comes with that. But there are so many children right now that are going through so many mental problems, so many attitude issues because they don't have the real leadership within their household. And I know how it is. You see, was the most dreaded time for a single parent is summertime because now you have the full blown responsibility of your child. You can't send them to school and get a break. You can't do that. So when the summertime hit, it's all on you. That's why the kids are running wild right now because our community is so fixated on having sex. Every song, everything is geared towards having sex, but there's not enough education. There's not enough leadership to say, wait till he makes you a wife before you give yourself to him. Now we have so many kids without proper leadership. And then I'm going to say this, and I'm speaking on this part to men. As a young man, I was introduced sex at an early age. Did not understand them, did not understand it, didn't understand the responsibility of it. Walking home, found like a adult magazine, took it home with me. It had stories in. I'm reading the stories, seeing the pictures. It introduced me to a whole new world of sexual experiences that I knew nothing about. And being in a single parent household, didn't have any teachers. So movies showed me how to have sex. Music told me how to have sex. And then when the internet became so free and accessible, pornography showed me how to have sex. Women giving themselves to me allowed me to practice. But the responsibility of having sex, I knew nothing about. The maturity to go into this new realm of adulthood, I knew nothing about. And that's what's happening right now. We have a lot of young, immature males that are having sex, but they don't understand the responsibility that comes with it. We have a lot of our women showing their bodies, twerking, talking sexual now. Women are talking more about, I would say, about the same amount of sexual hunger that men have. Now women don't care. It wasn't like that back in the day. There was pride into being that wife. You had some people that were giving it up easy. We all know that girl in the school or that lady at work that everybody don't have a swing at. But there comes to a point that we have to be responsible and take accountability. That's something that is rare within our community, is taking accountability. We need to take accountability for our actions, men and women. And that's the crazy part about it. When we have these conversations discussing our community, we always want to shift the blame. If the man would be a man and do this, if a man would be a man and do that, it wouldn't be any problems. If a woman would just make a man wait, if a woman would just keep her legs closed, you wouldn't be having these kids. It's the man and the woman responsibility. We both have to be accountable for our actions, but we don't want to do that. And why don't we want to do it? We don't want to do it because the truth is the fear that we all have about taking responsibility, it hurts us even more. That's why when someone like Kevin Samuels comes around and he's direct, Skip your feelings. You need to go get therapy. You need to go do something to help you mentally before you go around here trying to date. Because we all want love. We all want that person to be there for us, that person to love on us. But the reality is, we are not mentally prepared for it. We want someone to feel good. We turn people into temporary relief and then question why things go the way they go. You used me for a night of passion and relaxation. I use you for access. In the midst of that, a child is born. Now, I didn't want to be there for the long term, and you didn't expect me to be there for the long term. And we have a child. Now, the accountability and responsibility comes into play, and neither side is ready for it. But the difference is, and the reality of it is, for 9 months, that woman is carrying a child. She's building a connection with that child. As a man, we do not build that. We do not have that connection that a woman has. That's where the differences come into play. But at the end of the day, the men and the women have to be accountable for the actions that take place. And we need to do something to change that. We need to do something to change that within our community. We really need to really talk about how the impact of being immature, dealing with sexual issues and circumstances are affecting our community. We don't have the teaching of that anymore. So when someone like Kevin Samuels comes around and challenges both of us, men and women, rather than jumping into our feelings, getting mad about how he said it, take the information for what it is and build upon it. Vegetables aren't everybody's favorite cup of tea for dinner, but they're good for you. You can't always eat McDonald's. You need some vegetables to help you. This is just a little moment with the XD. Tune into the C4 movement. Check me out on YouTube. Have more videos coming. Catch you guys later.